How many places have you lived throughout your life? And what did you like or not like about some of those places? I lived in Boston, I lived in Denver, I lived in LA, but I spent most of my time here in the suburbs of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Boston, I lived there to go to school and I worked there in radio, also in mental health. Now, I love Boston because it's a college town. There's Harvard, there's MIT, there's Boston College, Boston University, Simmons, Wheelock, Emory. I could go on and on. There's a whole lot of colleges. So when you went to parties, when you went to bars and restaurants, you were having conversations with people from all these different colleges. And it's not that big, so you can walk everywhere. And the T system, the public transportation system back then, years ago, was pretty good and got you anywhere. Boston, I didn't like that the parking is horrible. Trying to find a parking spot, you drive around for sometimes almost an hour, especially at night. Boston's one of the only places where I got a boot put on my car for parking tickets. And the winters are harsh. But you are close to Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine if you're into that kind of cold weather and skiing and stuff. I lived in Denver. I moved there to do radio. I was there for a little over a year. I met my first wife there, and I love the scenery in Denver. I love Red Rocks for the concerts. I love going down to Colorado Springs for Garden of the Gods. I slept really well because the air was so thin, and the people were really nice in Denver. As someone who really loves warm weather in summer, I did not like the fact that it snowed even in June in Denver. Now, all my life, I wanted to live in LA. It looked like glitz and glamour growing up, all the stars, all the different events and concerts, the beaches, Baywatch. So after I left Denver, I lived in LA for almost a year. I love the beaches, I love the food, I loved just the excitement of seeing the stars on a daily basis wherever I was walking. I lived right at the base of Hollywood Hills. Remember Bally's Holiday Spa, which is now LA Fitness? Well, I used to go work out and do aerobics with some of the fly girls and actors and actresses during the day at Bally's Gym. I was at the beach every day. I was playing basketball on Venice Beach. LA was just too expensive. I just couldn't afford anything. I was always kind of depressed because after I paid all my bills, I had no money. So where are some of the places that you've lived throughout your life? And what were some of the good things about it? And what were some of the bad things about those places?